Hey everyone, here's another example from section 2.2. This one wants us to find the limit as x approaches 121. And if you look at our expression here, you'll notice if we plug in 121 into the bottom part of this, we'll get 121 minus 121, which is going to give us 0 in the denominator, which means that's undefined. So that's a problem. We can't find this limit because anytime we plug this in, which is how we find the limit, we're going to get something undefined. So what we have to do is we have to figure out, is there a way I can manipulate this using algebra so that basically I can get rid of this term on the bottom so I don't have something undefined anymore. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to multiply by the conjugate here. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, alright, square root of x minus 11 over x minus 121. I'm going to multiply by basically the opposite operation here of the square root of x. Instead of saying minus 11, I'm going to say plus 11. And the reason I do that is I want to make sure that I don't get terms in the middle with square root of x. So that's why I did plus 11, because you'll notice negative 11 times square root of x would be negative 11 square root of x, and then 11 times square root of x will be 11 square root of x. Those will cancel out. So that's why I kind of picked the opposite sign there. And then I have to do the same thing to the bottom because I don't actually want to change this. I just want to alter it into a different form so I can plug in 121. So I'm multiplying by 1 here. If you notice that the same on top is the same on bottom, so I'm not changing this. When I go through and I do that distribution, I take square root of x times square root of x, I'm going to get x. I take square root of x times 11, and that's going to be plus square root of x. I should have said plus square root of x times 11. We'll just do this, square root of x times 11, and then we're going to have plus negative square root of x times negative 11 times square root of x is negative 11. I'm going to write square root of x minus 11, and then negative 11 times 11 is negative 121. I kind of wrote this all wacky. Sorry about that. I'll fix that here in just a second. On the bottom then, instead of distributing, I'm going to leave it as is. And I'm going to do that for a reason, and you'll see here in just a second. If you look here at x and negative 121, this is kind of the reason why I'm going to leave this as is. So I get times square root of x plus 11 here on the bottom. Now on top I have x times 11, that's 11, or square root of x times 11, that's 11 square root of x. Negative 11 times square root of x, that's negative 11 square root of x. They actually cancel each other out, and that just leaves x minus 121 over x minus 121 on the bottom times square root of x plus 11. So as you can see, this is why I left it as so, because now I can see I can cancel this with this to leave 1 over square root of x plus 11. Notice we canceled the term that was causing us problems, right? We couldn't plug 121 in because this term would cancel out to 0, and then we're dividing by 0, and that's a problem. Now I can evaluate this. So 1 over square root of 121, right? We're just going to plug in x value here, plus 11 is going to give us 1 over 11 plus 11, which then gives 1 over 22. So the limit as x approaches 121 is 1 over 22 for this function here.